6:30. I had a very fabulous pageant-filled day. I got to be a judge on the panel at the Miss Fort Lauderdale USA and Miss Fort Lauderdale Teen USA pageant, and they crowned 4 wonderful young ladies, Miss Fort Lauderdale Teen USA, or Miss Fort Lauderdale Teen USA, Miss Fort Lauderdale Beach Teen USA, and I know some of you were able to jump on. Hey, Missy. Hi, Black and White. Hi, Peyton. I know a bunch of you jumped on as you saw us, and we were reporting live. So when I'm doing that, I'm not able to actually answer it back to you guys. But I do appreciate you guys coming on and seeing the girls in all the sparkly crowns. If you want to go back and look at today's video, we also interviewed all the judges, so you get just their perspective of what they're looking for, or what they were looking for in a title holder at the end of the day. It was about something special, the thing that sticks out. And for me, I'm always about inner beauty. So thank you, Missy, for inviting your fans. We appreciate it. And I got to have some fun and be able to play a little bit, which is always a lot of fun to get to be part of the Florida USA system, where I started doing pageants a very, very long time ago. The executive director of Miss Florida USA pageant is still the executive director, and she was my director a really long time ago. So, for those of you who are not familiar with pageantry now, we are all about all things pageantry and positive pageantry, more importantly. Thank you for joining us, guys. We really appreciate it. We talk about beauty from the inside out. We talk about accepting yourself and the embracing all the things that make you magically you. We talk about makeup, so Missy is on often giving us makeup tips. Hey, Hermione, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you. Mia. Hi, Mia. And we talk about interview skills. We talk about body image. We talk about makeup. We talk about anti-bullying. I'm doing great. Thank you. How could you pick a talent? You know, talent really depends on you and what you think is the thing that you are best at. In my particular case, I've always done systems where I didn't have a talent, so I competed in USA, and then I competed in the Mrs. America pageant, and then I competed in accomplishment pageants that were more based on my life's accomplishments than anything else. Although Woman of Achievement, which I am the reigning Mrs. Elite Florida Woman of Achievement, and I will be representing the Florida at the Mrs. Elite U.S. Woman of Achievement pageant in California in November. We have the choice. Hey, Carlos, how are you? I have the ability to do talent if I want to, so I would sing, I guess, if I were going to, but you think using only Dollar Tree makeup, it would be possible to work with? You know, I think that you can use inexpensive makeup as long as you're not allergic to it. The biggest thing that you want to make sure is that you try it on your face first. Missy loves me. I know Missy. I love Missy too. She's fantastic. She makes me so happy that she shares me, and we really appreciate it. And I love her dearly, and I love the fact that she's happy and sparkly and shares all of her magic with us. How many titles should you hold at once? I believe you should only hold one title at a time. I have tried doing more than one title at a time, and it's just too difficult because you're not really giving full credence to the pageant title that you have at the moment. And being a title holder is a rough job. I think people don't understand how difficult it is to represent an area and be able to give 150% of yourself. It's a job that you take on for 365 days, and hopefully you give all 365 days to those titles. So that is my opinion. The difference between cheap and expensive makeup really, really depends on how long they last and what they're made up of. There are some lines of inexpensive makeup out there that work really, really well and do the same thing as expensive ones. In my particular case, I have super sensitive skin, so I have to be really, really careful with what I use. But if you try something out and you like it and it's inexpensive, why not keep using it? I mean, that's the truth. So as long as your skin works well with it, it doesn't really matter. Hi Sheila, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you guys all being here. So, and I'm getting some good questions too. So if you've got any other questions about pageantry, just so you know a little bit about me, my name, like I said, is Stacey Shara Simpson. I've been competing in directing, emceeing, coaching, and reporting on pageants for about 33 years now. Hi, how are you? Hey Julie, how are you? Thank you for joining us. If you have not fanned us already, please fan us. My goal is to get to 400 fans, and we are so close. We're at like 253. So I would love to be able to get us to 400. So if you haven't fanned us, please do. And then come join us for the fun. It's all about girl power. And I mean, of course, guys are always invited, but I can't tell you that we don't have beautiful women that are on the show, and you can always go back and take a look at some of our previous videos. Actually, today I was live judging at the Miss Fort Lauderdale Teen USA pageant. Girls looked awesome, so fantastic. Hey Taylor, I will look at it, Ivory, a little bit later. I saw the one that you tagged me in for your one gown. You looked awesome. How do you find your dress? Hi, Julie. Finding a dress is always probably the most daunting experience, I think, out of all of the things that go on in pageantry, making sure that the dress is the best fit for you. And I will tell you honestly that, hi, Skyla, thank you for joining us. Missy invited you, but we're glad you're here. I know in my cases, I have had specific ideas of what dress I wanted, and then I put that particular dress on and I hated it. And someone said, hey, try this one. And I went, oh, no, that's not going to look good. And I think the dress is the right dress for you if you put it on and all of a sudden you go, oh, I'm a princess. And every dress that I have put on where I have felt that way, I've won. So, because it's not the dress that makes you win, it's how you feel in it and how you look in it. Okay, I'll go take a look at it later, Ivory. Okay, I'll see you in a little while, Peyton. Thank you for joining us. You can come back and ask some more questions. Does anybody else have any other questions for us? And thank you for everybody that's given us love and sharing tonight. Again, I was judging today for the Miss Fort Lauderdale Teen Pageant, Miss Fort Lauderdale USA pageant, and we had four wonderful women that were crowned today, and they will go on to represent at the Miss Florida USA pageant and Miss Florida Teen USA pageant. And I got to interview a couple of the directors. Actually, Grant Gravitt, who is the director of the Miss Florida USA pageant and Miss Florida Teen USA pageant, was on, as well as Lulu Orange Tyson, who is the director for the Miss Fort Lauderdale USA and Teen USA pageant and Miss Fort Lauderdale Beach and Teen USA. Because school is so important. When is the first pageant? For whom? For Florida? Florida's first pageant for Florida USA was in September, I believe. And then the last pageant, let me see when Miss Florida, I think Miss Florida USA is going to be in July, and then Miss Florida Teen USA is always in October. I know that one because I did that one. So, and then hopefully we will get the information for Miss USA. There is still some people that are saying it's going to be in April or May, so that would be wonderful, because then hopefully we'll get to go, and I will take you guys with me. So, demo derby stuff on YouTube. Hey Brooklyn, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm so tired because I had to be pageant all day long and had to smile. It was funny because one of the directives was to make sure that we smiled and looked accessible to all of the delegates. And I said, I know how to do that. I just smile endlessly, like Sandra Bullock. I don't know what demo derby is. I guess I'm going to have to look it up. I've been catching up on Two Broke Girls. Favorite TV shows? Anybody got a favorite TV show out there that they want to share? I've been catching up on Two Broke Girls and Blackish and what's the one, the 80s one? The Goldbergs and Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. Shonda Rhimes, yeah. Bunch of cars crashing into each other. Oh goodness, don't let Miss Annie hear about that. Miss Annie will be very upset. Miss Annie's platform is raising awareness for seatbelt safety. I love Law and Order SVU too. I've been watching it since the very first season. So, and it gets a little creepy. I like Criminal Minds too. So, anyways, okay. So now we've lost everybody. Where? Every trip, every time. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. But crashing into a car cannot be safe. I'm just going to say. Where did everybody go? We had all kinds of people on. Everybody left. I bored them to death. That's what I get for not having people on. Oh, well. We don't have any special guests tonight. We're just chilling out, hanging out, doing our thing. So, hold on. Let me check my... And if you guys have not yet, please go to our YouTube channel. We finally figured out why no one could find it. Apparently it wasn't listing. So if you go to youtube.com/pageantry now, one word, you should be able to find it. I'm hoping. So that you can like our videos and also make sure that you subscribe to us. So I like Shamar Moore. He's awesome. Everything is awesome. Hi, Salad. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Salad, you have 89 points. You must have been on YouNow for a very long time. Well, we're glad you joined us. How are you? And I know there's another person on that I don't know who it is. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Missy must be writing an essay for school. Someone just said to me that my finish line video is cute. I did the Disney Princess 5K on Friday morning really early. And I crossed the finish line and I YouNow'd it. So if you guys are really bored, you can go back. They're watching the 60th anniversary of Disney. I got to go this year too to Disneyland. But if you want to watch the Disney Princess 5K, you can go take a look at it. And me crossing the finish line. Yay! It was like two or three broadcasts ago. But it's tagged so you can take a look at it. And it's also on YouTube, so I'm very proud of the fact that I did it. So, all right, guys, come on, ask some questions. I knew you were doing something for school. Whenever you come on and you're really, really quiet, I know you're doing something for your homework and you're just listening. I was talking to one of the actually, you can go back and look at the broadcast, but one of the makeup artists for the girl that won was there. I didn't talk to her about makeup, but I invited her to come on the show. But she had amazing looking eyes. Oh my gosh, she has that cat eye thing going on. Awesome. Ivory, you still need to do homework. I know you don't like school that much, and I know that you don't see the value in it, but it's super important because later on it will make a difference. I promise you. Hey, Kenzie, what's going up, girl? How's it going? Oy, galot. I guess I should just put on my crown, leave my crown on. Whenever my crown on, we had 100 and something views earlier when we were at the pageant. I thought, well, I clearly need to do this more often. So, here. This is my new-ish one. It's a little bit, there. Now, there. I got a crown on with my Disney shirt. Ah, there. Ah. I know it's not so much fun, but at the end of the day, doing homework helps you be smarter and better able to take on the world. You should know better. I'm an educator, so I have to tell you to do the right thing. So it's Sunday night. Did anybody do anything exciting this weekend? I didn't study much when I was in high school, but then again, I taught most of my classes, so that's probably why I didn't have to study. I made up lesson plans instead. So, come on, what'd you guys do? Missy, did you do anything exciting? Hey, Ashley. I know Ashley went to an event this morning, and then she went shopping. You want to come on, Ash? Because Missy's doing hot. I'm stalking you. You spent the day with, Neil Patrick Harris. I love it. MPH is awesome. Yay! Hey, girl. Hey.
That on. I know, awkward, but.
No, Missy.
Oh, it's
here's
flashing.
Okay, you're going to need therapy after it. For those of you that watch What Said, a lot of screaming. And my sister-in-law watches, getting caught up to watch tonight's episode, and I said, okay, so call me when you need therapy.
That man, I tell you, has the most impeccable luck. Like,
Okay, we don't.
How long he's every in the entire show.
Trisha just came on too. But you know what, Miss Annie and I kind of have that luck in real life. Times, I think we're good. Did you see our Finding Nemo? I know, we're so close.
Twinsies.
We sound like robots. Hey, Trisha, what's up? Do you want me to log back?
Lots.
YouNow.
Yes. Yeah, it might be YouNow.
YouNow gets overwhelmed. Sometimes you get I can log out and log back in, but then everybody seems to drop. How was your weekend? Okay, so
Long morning. Actually, I have not been home since. I know. Ago, like I have not been home since 7:30 this morning. But we did brunch and bingo. Then I think she's Miss You Winter Haven. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry, but we a fundraiser, the Children's Miracle twice. I wanted to win. I'm just. I was really fell asleep about 5 or.
Okay, I'm gonna cut out. Let me see if we can try. Let me see if I can. Choppy. So let me log out. All right, and then I'll log you back in.